everyone, my name is Maddie. I'm going to be guiding us through a warm-up today. So you can do this full body weight or you can have dumbbells, and I'll provide some modifications throughout where we can use those. So to get started, we're going to do some deep breaths. So I'll guide us through it, and let's inhale and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Alright, so now we're going to be doing some marches. So opposite arm and leg, using your arms to drive your leg up. And if you want to increase the intensity here, you could do a light jog, or you could go up into a calf raise each time. But just take this at your own pace. And then from here, we'll do some front toe taps. So relax in 3, 2, and 1. So front toe taps, we're just going to tap out in front of us. You can have your hands on your hips. And we'll incorporate some arm circles once we get this rhythm down. You could increase the intensity here by going deeper into each front toe tap. But let's add some arm circles, small and going forward. And then let's progressively get bigger to full range of motion or whatever you feel comfortable with. And we'll switch, go small circles backwards in 3, 2, and 1. So just small circles backwards now. And then let's progressively get bigger. To whatever range of motion you feel most comfortable with. And then relax in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll move on to our side-to-side kickbacks, but we're going to add a chest press with each kickback. Here's where you could add weights to increase the intensity. You could also do a little squat in the middle to increase the intensity. Make sure you have slow and controlled movement. Your elbows are slightly bent. We'll move on to reverse flies in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So reverse flies, here you can use weights too if you have them, but we'll stand feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to push our hips back slightly, bending at the hips, keeping our back straight. And we're going to start with our weights below us and then take them out to the side, squeezing those shoulder blades together and back down. You could also increase the intensity here by holding at the top, decrease the intensity just by doing less range of motion. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, so now we're going to do tricep kickbacks. So about the same position, feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to push our hips back, bend at the hips, and then if you want to use weights, you can, but we'll start with them elbows bent, and then extend at the elbows, fully out, straight back, and we'll repeat that. Your elbow should be the only joint moving. Keep your shoulders and your upper arms stable. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Now we'll go back and we're going to do our squats with an overhead press. So feet about shoulder width. We're going to push those hips back. And we're going to bend at the knees as deep into it as you feel comfortable with. Back up. And then we add an overhead press. Back down, squat, press, squat, and press. Make sure your knees aren't caving in on this. They're staying out. Your back is straight. And the deeper you go into it, the greater the intensity. Also, you could be using weights here. Three more. 2. 1 more. Push through. And done. All right, so next we're going to do some single leg abduction and adduction. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, we're going to be being on one foot. So you can have your hands on your hips or holding on to something, and we're just going to bring one leg out, abduction, across the body, adduction. And we're going to repeat this. If you need more balance support, you can tap your toe out front each time you cross your body. Focus on your breathing here. Let's do 5 more on this side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Great job. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Standing on one leg, abduct, cross the body, adduction, abduction, adduction. You can take this leg out as far as you can. For less intensity, just bring it out slightly, and cross the body slightly. More intensity, bring it up higher, and try and really reach across your body for that adduction. And then we'll move on to some calf raises from here. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1. Push through, last one. And done. All right. So now we'll do calf raises. If you want to increase the intensity here, you could hold some weights to your side. But we're just going to stand feet about shoulder width, onto the balls of our feet, back down, the balls of our feet, and back down. You could also increase the intensity here by going on an elevated surface and doing calf raises. Open up your chest. Take a couple deep breaths while we're doing this. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Now we'll go on to our side bends. So you can hold weights to your side, or you can increase the intensity by holding weights up here in this goal post position. But we're just going to glide our hand down the side of our leg, engage the core, lift yourself back up, down on the other side, engage your core, and back up. Make sure you're using your core to lift yourself back up. And these are slow and controlled. From here, we're going to move onto the ground and do a few exercises and stretches on the ground. So let's do 2 more each side. 1 more set. All right, nice job. So now we're going to move onto the ground and we will do our butterfly stretch. So we're just going to sit, put your feet together. If you want greater intensity or more of a stretch, bring your feet closer to you. Less intensity, further out. Then you should be feeling this in those inner thighs or your adductors. And just hold that for a few seconds. Let's go 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to move on to our back. And we will do crunches. So we can hold our feet up so our hips and our knees are at 90-degree ankles. And we're just going to put our hands behind our head. Make sure you're not straining the neck. Just rest them there. And then engage your core and lift the upper half of your body up. As far as you can go, you could also have your feet on the ground and do crunches that way. Make sure you're not holding your breath during these. Let's do 5 more. 3, 2, 1, and done. So we're going to stay on our backs, and we're going to do single leg raises. So you can straighten out your legs fully extended, and then we're going to just raise one leg, back down, raise the other, and back down. And we're just going to repeat this. You could decrease the intensity here by putting your feet flat on the ground, bending those knees, and bringing your knee towards your head, and then back down. But slow and controlled. You can also increase the intensity by slowing it down and taking your time on the way up and down. We'll do 2 more each side. 1 more round. All right, nice job. So now we're going to flip over, and we're going to do a plank. So for a plank, you can be on your toes and your forearms. You can be toes and your hands and your knees. But we're going to engage our core, make sure our back's straight. And especially here, we're not holding our breath. We'll hold this for about 15 more seconds. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to move up onto our hands and our knees. And we're going to do bird dog. So you'll just extend opposite arm and leg out, back in, and then switch to the other side. Really focus on maintaining your balance. If you want to decrease the intensity, just go up slightly, or just do your legs. To increase the intensity, you could do a hold at the top. You could also incorporate your core more and do an opposite knee to elbow crunch at the end there. We'll do 3 more each side. And 1 more each side. And then we'll stay in this position. Nice job. So staying in this position, we're going to do cat-cow. So we're just going to inhale, lower your back, and then exhale, inhale, exhale. This should be slow. We can curve in our spine at the top. We'll do this for 5 more seconds. All right, nice job. So now we're going to go into a Cobra Pose. So we're just on our stomachs, and then you can plant your hands beneath your shoulders and lift your upper body up as high as you feel comfortable with. Take a few deep breaths. If this is uncomfortable, just bring your body lower. You should be stretching to the point of tension, not to the point of pain. Then we'll go downward dog from here. So hold this for 3, 2, 1. So downward dog. We're still going to have our hands on the ground, but we're going to go up onto our feet. And we're just going to extend our legs out straight. You should feel this on the whole back of your leg. Take a few deep breaths. And we'll get back up in 3, 2, 1. So back up. Now we'll stretch out our legs a little bit. So to start, we're going to do a standing quad stretch. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, then great, make sure it's stable. But we're just going to lift one foot towards our glutes. Relax those muscles. Open your chest up. We'll switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Same thing on the other side. Hold that foot behind you. And relax in 3, 2, 1. Foot back down. We're going to stretch our hip flexors, so standing lunge. We're going to just bring one foot out front. This leg is slightly bent. Our back leg is straight. Push those hips forward so you feel that on the front of your thigh or your hip flexors. Hold that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand back up and then take a step forward with the other leg now. Keeping that back leg straight still. Hips forward. You feel that on your hip flexors. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then back up. Now we will do a hamstring stretch. So stand with feet further than shoulder width apart. We're just going to glide our hands down as far as you can go on one leg. Stretching to the point of tension, not to the point of pain. And we'll go back up in 3, 2, 1. Back up. We're going to go down on the other side, doing the same thing, gliding our hands down our leg as deep as we can to feel that tension. Hold that for 3, 2, 1. Back up. Now we're going to do a standing figure 4 stretch. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, we'll be on one leg. And then we're going to cross our other ankle over the thigh of that standing leg. And we're just going to bend that standing knee as deep as we can. So you should feel this in your glutes and your outer thighs. And we'll switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Same thing on the other side. Make sure you're stable. Cross your leg over. And then bend that knee. Push your hips back. So you're almost in a sitting position. Hold that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Now we're going to bring one leg up and use your arms to hug that leg. If you need to hold on to something for balance, we're just going to hold that. For 3, 2, 1. Down. Same thing on the other side. Bring that leg up and towards you. Hold that. Relax. In 3, 2, 1. Back down. Now we're going to lift our arms up as high as they can go. Stretch that torso. And then we're going to bend to one side so you feel that on your obliques. Hold that. 3, 2, 1. Back up. Same thing on the other side. Back to our neutral position in 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to interlock our hands behind our back. Roll those shoulders back. Open your chest up. Hold that for 3, 2, 1. Interlock your hands in front of you. Roll your shoulders forward to open your back up. Hold that for 3, 2, 1. And then now we're going to get our blood flowing again, and we're just going to do some light toe taps out front. So this is just slow, and we're going to put our arms out straight to the side, stretch our bicep and tricep. So rotate your hand, your thumbs backwards, so you feel that in your bicep, and your toes are tapping while we're doing this. And then we'll rotate our hands the other way and stretch our tricep. 3, 2, 1. Rotate. And then we'll stretch our shoulders. And that's all. So relax in 3, 2, 1. But we're still toe tapping. We're going to bring one arm across our body. Use your other arm to grab it. So you stretch those shoulders. Make sure this arm isn't right on that joint. We'll switch in 3, 2, 1. Same thing on the other side. And relax. In 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and shake everything out, and that's all.